most certainly looks dismal. But when you begin to bring into the human factor, human beings are incredible, and we can turn the most disastrous situation into a very positive advantage for ourselves. And that's what we're about doing. Help people to begin to learn the methods and techniques that are necessary that will enable them to become the architects of their lives.
I'm in school, you know, and I'm seeing a lot of people, and they're saying, you know, we gonna hang out tonight? I mean, what's going on tonight? And I just tell them, you know, I got to go to this motivational seminar in the city with my teacher, and it's motivational seminar. I mean, what's that? I mean, it's a guy named Les Brown, and he's giving motivational speeches and, you know, bringing people about themselves, you know, and bringing them to themselves. And it's hard, you know, to get people to really understand that, especially around our age, because if it's not into drugs, if it's not cool, then you know it's not down.
I came in with the attitude, I'm not coming to this place, so I'm not coming. I came here, and I've been back ever since. You know, it's like I'm ready to go before my mother's ready to go.
Hello. Hello, winners.
It's fun.
This is our decade. We're going to change the world, starting with ourselves. So what we want to begin to do is create an environment that's nourishing, that empowers people, where they want to begin to enthusiastically participate. It's one thing if I have to force you to participate. It's something else because the environment, you are so stimulated and inspired, you say, I want to be a part of that.
It seems like you've done something good, you know, as soon as you walk in.
I think it's nice. I think it's a good outreach to the young people, and, you know, to let them know and to let them know that they are somebody.
How many of you know people that are unhappy? Raise your hands, please. All right, see, we've got to begin to know that we deserve to be happy. But many of us don't realize that. The training that we provide, what it will do is begin to enable people to develop a vision of themselves being happy, one. Two, begin to decrease the level of unconscious self-hatred that causes us to engage in unconscious self-destructive behavior where we make ourselves miserable. And three, begin to increase our sense of worthiness where you come to feel you deserve to be happy. And when you are happy, guess what? You treat other people well, am I right? But if you're hurting inside, guess what? You want to hurt other folks. So we have a vested interest in people being happy because when our friends or relatives or family members are happy, they treat us better. Am I correct?
I learned the hard way that you have to first believe in yourself. I'm going to be a winner. I'm going to get my own business. I'm going to stick to it, and I'm going to pray hard, all right?
Everybody communicates. I mean, I didn't know these people. I did it in my group, and I mean, they just start communicating with you. It's like they have the ability to communicate with you and everybody.
When it comes to school, I seem to procrastinate. And you know, my mom had to step back and put that old... you all can kind of gather.
Yes.
And her and my teacher were talking, and they decided to hold me back. And I was in 7th grade. I was like, in 8th grade, I'm like, I want to go with my friends. I want to go to high school. I want to do the things that you're supposed to do. And I did every makeup assignment. I wanted to go. I was not going to be in 8th grade while all my friends left. And one day I was on my way to gym, and I was kind of sulking through the hallways, and my teacher pulled me to the side. She said, well, I talked to your mom, we talked to the principal, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to let you go.
All right, give her a round of applause. Thank you.
After hearing things positive, I became positive.
It inspires me, and it makes me believe that I can do anything I want.
The other thing is that we're looking at people who are winners in life. Not only do these people have goals, but these people also have support. They have people that support them, that believe in them, that cheer for them, that encourage them. In order to change human behavior, you can't do it in a quickie. It takes time, it takes effort, all right? So you have ongoing support. The other thing that's also very important, you have how-tos, how to do it. How-tos are very important. What is it that you must do in order to make it? How do you begin to create a way out of no way?
It made me more aggressive, that the goal I want to achieve, like football, and being a movie star and acting. And he told me that I can do it, and I know I can.
Les has changed me a lot by, you know, saying you can do anything if you put your mind to it.
It's going to help me become the best NFL running back there ever will be.
when you have people saying that our young people are an endangered species, and you have other folk coming at the other end of the spectrum saying there are thus unlimited possibilities for our children because of our commitment, because of what we're going to do, and because of our investment, then I think that that most certainly can show that we can not continue to be victims, but begin to realize that we can take responsibility for changing the course of our history.
It's hard to break the stereotype. I mean, because I was a stereotype. You know, I was out there in the streets and selling drugs and gang banging. I've been through a lot, but now, you know, I'm rehab and I'm going to school.
Happiness does not happen by accident. It happens on purpose.
Les Brown means a lot to me because he's providing a tool that I can use to better myself and to help better others.
What we must do is begin to facilitate a process where we're talking with young people and young people are talking with us, and we can begin to collaborate together on ideas.
A word needs to be spread. It's something out here for you. You need to come out here and find out how you can better your life, how Les Brown is telling you to look inside yourself, you know, look the depths within yourself and pull yourself out, your true inner self, not what people try to make you, but what you actually are.
That's what it's about, developing powerful relationships.
He's a dominant figure, you know, and he's a positive one, you know, he's a role model, that's my role model. You know, I really admire the guy.
He tells us, hey, get it together, you know, motivate yourself. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you but you. You gotta work for yourself.
I think that people need to begin to become aware of the power of words, and that as we say something over and over and over again, it can become reality. We should claim those things we want and not those things that we don't want, and we need to stop saying that our young men are an endangered species and begin to say that our children's future is bright because of what we're going to do to make it happen.
I look at him as an idol, you know. He pushes young people to stay in school, to do well, and just be all out good.
It was very good, very educational. I think everyone should go to it.
I think it's great. It's exciting. It tells you how to get a life, how to be good in life, and how to change.
As you begin to look at your life and look toward the future, it's going to take a lot of courage, and begin to know that whatever is required for you to achieve what you want to achieve, that you came with it in you. You have what is required, that life is on your side.
The most courageous time in my life was when there was some rumors being started about my friends. And they weren't true, and I knew they weren't true. So I spoke out against them, and I told the truth. And I lost a lot of friends. I realize now that they weren't my friends.
I was told that I wouldn't be allowed back in my high school because my grades were, you know, very bad. And my attitude was, you know, very bad. And I was cutting classes and everything. And I was just, you know, just a discipline problem. So my principal told me I couldn't come back. Well, it would be to my advantage not to come back because he made it quite clear that I wouldn't graduate from that school. So I got very discouraged, and I wasn't going to, you know, go back to school, period. I was going to just drop it altogether. I decided that it would be to my advantage, to my benefit, to continue. So now I'm in school, and I'm doing, you know, very, very well, and my future looks very, very bright. I came, and I heard Mr. Brown talk about, you know, doing what you have to do now and taking care of business. And that little speech, you know, really much inspired me. So now I'm continuing to do what it is that I have to do in order to better my life and better my education.
All right. Everybody repeat after me, please. Continue to be courageous.
Continue to be courageous.
I will.
All right. See, ladies and gentlemen, it takes courage to make decisions. So anybody can drop out of school. Anybody can drop out of life. Anybody can be a failure. It doesn't take courage to be a failure. It takes courage to decide to achieve. It takes courage to harness your will and do things even if you don't like doing them. But if they're the right thing to do, it takes courage to muster up the inner strength to keep on keeping on when you want to give up. It's about having the courage to stand up for your convictions, having the courage to do that which you've been called to do. All of us have a calling in life. Just think, what if Martin Luther King did not have the courage to give his speech or to accept the mantle of leadership? Just think, where would we be now if Mrs. Rosa Parks did not have the courage to take a seat on the platform of the conviction that I'm a person too?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I've been encouraged by the message of Les Brown. Of course, he said he takes a lot of courage from me also. I think as long as I have breath and life and can wake up and move around and have some help, that I will continue to be as courageous as I can to extend my dream to others. At the time when I was as young as some of these young people out here, we did not have any kind of organization, and I did not have the support that young people have today. And I'm grateful that there are people like Les Brown.
No, I want Donald Trump to walk up to me and have to borrow money from me.
I have a special mission with boys and girls. I don't think that we can fragmentize our efforts. I think that young girls are in just as much trouble as young boys, and the reason that we're taking the approach that we are, a holistic approach, parents are in just as much bad a shape as their kids. These kids, for the most part, are reflections of their homes. So when we begin to impact a whole family unit, I think that that's when we can really begin to make a strong impact on a family and on the consciousness of kids, impacting the teachers, the parents, their brothers, their sisters, their friends, their relatives. Then you can begin to change the consciousness of a community.
Now let's get something clear here. I talk ghetto slang, but I don't gang bang, and I don't like people who like to brag about the things that they want or that they had. Should be glad that you're on this earth.
My initial reason was to come to bring my son. What's making me come back? Because not just for the children and my son, it was mostly for me too. I didn't know it was going to be that exciting.
When I was coming to the seminars and stuff, and then Les Brown was saying he was Mr. Vocabulary and all of that type of stuff, and then, you know, it gave me an idea in my head, and I had hidden talent that I didn't even know about.
I had my grandson here on all 3 occasions, you know, with his mother make sure he came here, and he loved it.
It's interesting. It's fun.
What's so interesting about it?
I can discover myself.
I commend Les for his commitment to this program because it's the kind of thing that's very positive that the youth, not only the youth need, but quite a bit of adults as well.
Hey, look, I'm kicking knives to you like this. A guy stepped up in the wrong world and got this.
But I can observe him, and I can see him as being a mature young adult, and I'd never seen that before. And it makes me feel better about the things that I've done and feel better about him and respecting him for who and where he is and knowing that maybe he can have some independence and direction. I don't have to always tell him just what to do. And I think
it made me think about I don't want to live my life a bad way. No, I want to grow up and achieve my goals.
Violence, a very serious problem. Brothers running through the street and there's no one to stop them. Gang.
Chris wants to be valedictorian. Before, he was more just interested in rap and being with his friends and talking on the phone and talking to girls. But he's very enthusiastic about this, and he really loves Les.
I expressed myself. I feel a family with the round table. Like every person feels like a family to me.
I call people on the phone in the last week and they say, you know, if you went to the doctor or got a new medication or you know, you sound so much positive and you sound so much healthier, it's helped me all the way around.
I think he has a more positive attitude, which really helps me. This has been a very difficult time for both of us.
I get up in the morning, I take care of the things that I need to do, and I don't have to endure the pain all day of waiting to make that phone call or waiting to speak to somebody or waiting to do something and worrying about it the next day. It's done and it's over with, and I go on to what I need to do. And his inspiration through his tapes and his seminars has enabled me to do that. I see it every day now.
What keeps us going is knowing that as we do what we can, where we are with what we have, and being agents of change, that we can in fact make an indelible impact on the future of our young people.